Go to this story as well. You heard the Prime Minister talking. People in the UK could be offered pills to treat COVID at home from this autumn, thanks to new antivirals, a new antivirals task force being set up by Number 10. Boris Johnson said he will assemble a team of scientists to find ways for people to recover from the virus without having to go to hospital, because the UK must learn to live with this disease as we live with other diseases. No drug has been decided, but the government is already in talks with pharmaceutical firms about promising antiviral treatments being developed, and officials are keen to get new drugs that aren't already used. Let's speak to Dr. Bharat Pankhania, Senior Clinical Lecturer at University of Exeter Medical School, also expert in infectious disease management. Dr. Pankhania, always good to have you with us. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Nice to have you. So listen, I mean, we've talked, I think, in the past about the possibility of this. What's the reality then? The Prime Minister, just in that press conference yesterday, made this comment about by autumn, hopefully you can pop a pill and make things go away. Is that true?
Autumn is optimistic, but I have to say that scientists the world over have been working on what we would call receptor blockers or similar drugs since the pandemic arose. This is common practice. So we do vaccines, as you've just seen, how successful they were in deployment less than a year's time. And similarly with what we would call antivirals, receptor blockers or similar. A lot of work is already going on about this all over the world. And a good contender, I may add, is an inhaler. So there's work going on in the UK and elsewhere on budenoside, which is an inhaler. It's a steroid. And we feel that if you take it early, if you take it as soon as symptoms arise, or you take it early in your diagnosis, it reduces the severity of the infection, reduces hospital admissions. So there are many, many avenues that we are all exploring on mitigating the presence of this coronavirus.
So the principle is there. It's just a case of whether the correct timing is as Boris Johnson suggested.
Indeed, the principles are there, and people are working on several parameters, antivirals, anti-inflammatories, steroids, and monoclonal antibodies. All of those have a role to play, and I know one or two of them will be successful in time. It's only a matter of time. So, for example, we got oseltamivir, otherwise known as Tamiflu. That is an enzyme blocker for the seasonal influenza viruses. So we have form on this, and now we're working on SARS-CoV-2 viruses.